this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for January 4th. And I do want to talk to you about planets a little bit. I'm going to give you a little teaching. I don't know why this day inspired me to talk about this, so I'm going to talk about it because I felt deeply that I need to share this with you and that I need to guide you in this direction, so I'm going to. Now, Saturn is a social planet, and it is conjunct right now with Venus in Sagittarius. So this energy deals with how you attract significant partners, right? This energy will only support relationships that will expand your potential and support your goals and visions of progression. So if some of you are feeling like your partnerships are dwindling, or that your attention, maybe the attention from a partner is not what it used to be, maybe they have a wandering eye in this energy. If a relationship ends in this expansive energy, it means that it was not, you can't attain your potential with this energy. So if there's a loss in a relationship, I have to say that there's something more. There's a partner, there's a karmic destiny, there is a soulmate, there is a twin flame out there for you that supports expansion. Don't get stuck with partners just because you're holding on to something that you have a fear of leaving because of this new and expansive energy. Now, another social planet that we have in conjunct energy is Jupiter energy. And Jupiter energy is conjunct with your north node. So we've got Jupiter, and I keep talking a lot about this because I feel this is such an important topic, and I'm just going to drill you guys until you hate me or watch somebody else. But this energy is about expansion and ascension. Forward energy. So this energy will expand the weaknesses in your mental well-being. You will need to release yourself from mental limitations that you impose upon yourself. Where you have poor coping methods, where you are ignoring health concerns in this energy. To move forward, you will need to increase your mental endurance and your physical endurance, which is why some of you may be feeling exceptionally motivated, especially with the new year, to develop some positive routines in eating or in your diet or in exercise. I would go with the energies that are stimulating you. It's empowering you. When you initiate change, when energies are peaking, that is the time that you will see that you can follow through. And that's really important for you to understand. That's why astrologers, before they make big changes in their lives, they really align themselves with energy that supports their change. And that's why we try to direct you in the same way. If you are caught in a work routine that does not support your career, life path, destiny, you will experience Jupiter and Virgo critically analyzing where you missed an opportunity and a potential for expansion that you need to improve. Okay, guys. This Jupiter expands what's good and it expands what's bad. So if you are experiencing losses and obstacles and you are seeing opportunity after opportunity in different directions, but they're not in the direction of the current career that you're in, that means it's time to change direction. That means that Jupiter is trying to expand you. That is an ascension level opportunity. So for some of you, if you are resisting the need to make these changes, Jupiter is going to come in here and be one malefic little planet to kind of create an earthquake in that area so that you have to go in a different direction. It's the way energy works. It can either be very benefic or malefic. And Jupiter is a malefic planet if you are ignoring and not heeding its warnings of wanting to push you in a positive direction. Forward movement is not an option. It's inevitable. Ascension is inevitable. You can try and fight it, but you are going to fall into low vibration and energy. Use your life as a gauge. If your life, for the most part, sucks butt right now, then perhaps Perhaps you are not paying attention to what the energies are trying to tell you. Deaths due to health concerns may increase, and you may feel a malefic side of Jupiter if you are ignoring health concerns. Many of you are already feeling these losses, these sudden deaths, these endings. And that is because their time on this planet has fulfilled its purpose. And if some of us are pouring a lot of our energy into, family members or significant people in our lives that have been sick for some time, it's time for them to have peace. Some of you have experienced losses due to, either rituals, addictions, or flat out sudden health issues. It just means that the fight for them is over this time around. Many people believe that we have many karmic lives to go through, and so they just get a point where they get to get released from this agonizing health issue that there was great suffering in. For some of you that are ignoring health issues, they are going to expand and get kind of out of control in this energy, because this is about aligning you and your body and your mental and your physical well-being with healthy routines and healthy rituals. Addictions will get worse before they get better in this energy as you break free from escapism, the ways that you create illusions about your reality, and the way that you have that you delude yourself from accepting the reality in your situation. And honestly, that's where we create poor coping methods, and where we try to find a way to escape the responsibilities in our lives. And if we keep this energy is not going to support any of that, right? It's not supporting. We are moving away from escapism, illusion, and that is why there has been such a squaring off in energy with Neptune and Pisces conjunct with Chiron squaring energies. It's because we're pushing ourselves away from where we were not realistic, or where we created a false sense of reality. So another energy I want to discuss really quick before I touch briefly on today's energy is one of the outer planets that we have two of the outer planets that we have right now, Neptune and Pisces, I just talked about a little bit, is in conjunct with Chiron and Pisces. So this energy is asking you to become conscious of your intuition. It wants you to develop the ability to trust your gut more. This is about people who are empathic, people who are highly intuitive, or even people who aren't, may find that they truly are. They have just become too conscious with the way that they deal with things. When their unconscious barometer within inside of them was always trying to speak with them, but they would not validate that source. Your belief systems are going to dramatically change in this energy as you start to understand that your intuition and your gut played a bigger part in your life. You are going to find that your belief system in different types of thinking is going to increase as this deeply spiritual side of yourself is ignited for some of you. There are no boundaries in this energy, and as Chiron goes in here and starts to heal old wounds, it releases us from these unconscious limitations, and in that is where we can unlock hidden potential, hidden gifts, and more importantly, release ourselves and unshackle ourselves from ways that we were sabotaging our futures. Beautiful energy as we go through this conjunction. Also, we have Pluto and Capricorn conjunct with the sun. So we have an outer planet conjunct with a personal planet. I've been talking a lot about this, but I want to get more specific about an outer planet conjunct with a personal planet. That means that there is expansion. This expansion is deeply internal, but the ramifications are power and control over the way that we move forward and how we impact others. This is not only with the power that others seek and how they dominate and control in masses, but this is also about how we try to dominate and control others within our groups and how we seek power over others and to control others. It's a very big transit that's trying to teach us how to, align ourselves with empowering behaviors and where we take away other people's power. So this transit will either destroy who or what you desire, or it will motivate you to change what you desire or who you desire. It's a very explosive energy in a negative vibration. It will be impossible to turn away from ways that you sabotage your success and from outcomes. Some of you have these ways that you take away your own power, and you will try to find peace in that. Transformation is possible and very probable in this energy during this transit as you face the darkest parts of your psychological strengths and weaknesses. Pluto is this how we process everything psychologically. So we have to face the darkest parts of where we lose our power, so that we can develop positive coping methods with all this Jupiter and Virgo energy. It is a beautiful energy, but some of us could fall psychologically and get lost in the darkest parts of ourselves before we see the light. You may face death, loss, destruction of a false sense of security and your identity. You could have created a persona that was not even who you were, and you were quite deceptive doing this. Narcissistic personality is just rampant right now. That is a false sense of security. What they do is they create an outside persona that they are like Don Juan, or that they are empowered, and they try to dominate and control others, because deeply these are very insecure people, and there is a deficiency within themselves, and so they try to dominate and they try to take the power away from others so that they can feel they can reduce their power enough to empower themselves to feel like they have this like a supreme power over others. It's a very insecure, very self-destructive energy, and many people who are narcissistic are finding that they are having to expand in this energy, and they're facing a very dark reality having to do that. Regeneration, rebirth follows loss and death. So if some of you are experiencing death, and some of you are experiencing a death to a certain identity that you've aligned yourself with, or actually you are experiencing the death of a father, authority figures, people that you have saw as foundations, strong foundations in your family. They may have ran your family. That is very possible, if not probable, in this energy. Remember that if you are experiencing a death, and some of you are, and this can be quite unexpected. This could have been an authority figure or a person that laid the foundation for your family. It was probably unexpected because of all the squaring in Uranus. Remember that wherever there's a death, there's a birth. There's a way to regenerate yourself. There is something that is going to come. Instead of you leaning on this authority figure, you are empowering yourself to stand on your own. This is when you have the Pluto and the Sun squaring off with Uranus and Aries. This is about stop leaning on somebody to empower you. This is about standing on your own. And so you may find that your structure or some sort of foundation is crumbling in the midst of this loss. And just understand that there is much transformation in that area if that's what's happening to you. Okay, so I know I talked a lot about all that stuff, but I don't know why. I was just so stimulated to do it in this energy. So I want to talk briefly about the day's energy. I'll leave you with that. And I know that this is a really long one, but you guys know I do it out of love. Okay, so the Sun conjunct with Pluto. in a high vibration. Is this passion and desire maybe at the forefront of your mind? There is an intense emotional motivation to pursue this goal. Very intense. It is a beautiful energy. Okay, so we've got the moon in Scorpio. We've got Mars in Scorpio. We've got the Sun and Pluto conjunct. And Scorpio rules Pluto. So we've got Pluto, the planet of power, conjunct with your desire in Capricorn, goals, foundation, structure, right? And in this really intuitive, deeply passionate part of you. So some of you are feeling an intense motivation to do something about a goal. Jupiter will create a harmonious flow of energy and critical energy that may be an obstacle. Remember that in a negative vibration, there can be intense feelings of desire that may make you feel very extreme in the way you deal with an area in your life that you are struggling with power and control issues. This can be exceptionally difficult when the moon and Mars is in Scorpio. Be forewarned. Some of you may be having very dark thoughts, angry thoughts. You may be feeling an intense desire to go kick a little ass because somebody has wronged you in some way or took away something that you wanted, or you were setting a goal and that goal ended and you still are emotionally drawn to that. You can have an intense desire to do something about it. This is very volatile energy in the raw. If it's in a very low vibration, be mindful of where you're directing your energy. If you are feeling intense, if you are feeling a desire to, if you are angry, if you are feeling a building within you, you walk away, you find some way, go take a shower, go lay in a hot bath, find a way to dissolve it other than reacting to it. Your intuition, psychic abilities, and gut instincts will be at an all-time high in this intense energy. There's so much energy to be had. It's going to come, your mind is going to be so stimulated by all of this energy, this intense energy. You're not going to be able to hide from it if you are intuitive or you are empathic or you're psychic in any way. You are going to have some messages in this energy. Water energy is going to be super healing today. So if some of you find this too intense, just go lay in some water. I always lay in a bath. That just really clears my mind. You put on some meditation music, you light a bunch of candles, and you can soothe away the intensity in this energy. Thank you for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again tomorrow.